Dexter, New Blood, Episode 8, Unfair Game. Racked up a whole, fourth of a page of notes. Which is not a lot.
No.
Now, that isn't to say nothing happens in this episode. Stuff does definitely happen. But I don't know. I don't know if I have a lot to say about this episode, but I will say, okay. First things first, I did find out that John Lithgow did return to film his Trinity scene. Mm-hmm. So I was accurate on that. That didn't feel like a scene that we had previously seen. So thank you to whoever commented that. I think a couple of people did. So whoever did, I appreciate it. Unless you were lying to me and making me look like an asshole right now, then fuck yourself. So then this episode kind of starts with Dexter having a dream about Harrison murdering his rival wrestling team in the house. I guess fearful that his son's going to turn out like him, and that he's not going to be able to save him from this because he's not trained on how to dispose of these bodies. He's definitely going to get arrested for this. But he wakes up as we expected, and it was a dream. It was all a dream. Now, someone ruined for me in the comments in the last episode that they watched next week's episode. Here's all the spoilers, and I'm going to fucking spoil it for everybody because I'm an asshole. That Dexter was abducted and that he was shot in the leg. So thanks for that, fuckhead. I knew that was going to happen. Good thing that was just in the first couple minutes.
Right.
So it wasn't too much of a spoiler, but I still like to just not know.
Yeah.
This is why we don't watch the next on episode stuff, man. It takes the fun out of even guessing what's going to happen either because it's a cheat.
It is.
It's a cheat.
You get the little teaser of it, and it's just it's way more fun to try and figure out what's happening as you're watching it.
Absolutely. That's why I avoid trailers in general, for the most part. Of course, there's some that I watch, but for the most part, I try to avoid them. Anyway, so he gets shot in the leg, which, gets no scream out of him. He's one tough psychopath.
Yes.
And this was after waking up and attacking the guy and giving him the old Itchy the Killer smile there. I've not shown you that movie yet, but that's okay. We'll get there. This episode is set on Christmas Eve, 2 days after Christmas Eve. They almost got it right on. They got it pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close. And then we got Angela going out and putting the pieces together. She's found hypodermic needle punctures on both of these victims' necks, with ties to Jim, aka Dexter, and fentanyl in their bloodstream, which was also used in Yellow Jackets with good old Misty there. So a lot of fentanyl being thrown around in these shows on Showtime. But yeah, then she looks up the Bay Harbor Butcher and fentanyl, and voila!
There you go.
Which means, what was that? What did we just watch? Voila means...
Voila.
Oh, it was in Ready Player One, right?
Yeah. That means,
Then I've got the thing. It doesn't
Here
matter.
it is.
All right, let's just move past that. We actually watched 2 T.J. Miller movies in a row, Underwater and Ready Player One. We did 10 movies in a row on Christmas and Christmas Eve, and the entire first game of Uncharted as well. And I made time for other stuff as well. So we were very productive because, let's just hope we weren't reproductive.
We weren't.
No.
Confirmed.
Yes. Even though you are my teenage daughter, or so some of my viewers seem to think.
My birthday is in 2 days.
2 days.
And I'll be 29.
She'll be 16.
I'll be 12 teen.
12 teen? Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I must look really old, or you look really young, or both. I don't know what it is, but yeah, we get more of the you guys are a cute couple.
Yeah.
Comments, honestly.
Yeah.
But of course, we still get the
You're you and your
You're old
teen
as fuck,
daughter.
and she looks like a child.
You're not old as
We're not that
fuck.
much. We're not that
Really
crazy.
not.
There's not a huge crazy age difference
No.
between us, but I sure seem fucking look like there is. I guess that's okay. I lived a hard life.
No, you don't look like you lived a hard life.
That was because that's since I met you.
Oh,
Before I met you, total
baby
like
face.
tweaker.
Oh.
No,
Wait,
my
what?
life's been great since.
Oh, I
you.
thought
What do
you
mean?
were saying that you lived a hard life now that
Yeah,
you met
I'm
me.
just like,
And before
someone
you were
help
all
me.
like rosy cheeks.
This is like a cry for help.
Oh my
She's
god.
doing it to me. Anyway, okay, Dexter. Stay focused. So Angela's put the pieces together, and now she is all but convinced that Dexter is the Bay Harbor Butcher. Will she call Batista? Will he come back into this show to help her take down his
Perhaps.
old friend? We shall see.
Or she might just do it on
I don't
her
think
own.
so.
Yeah, I think she's just gonna be like, "You're under arrest,
Yeah.
Dexter Morgan from Miami, Florida."
Birth date. No. The baseball scene, Harrison doesn't seem to know how to play baseball.
Right.
You're not supposed to hit the ball with your body. You're supposed to hit it with the bat. But of course, he is a masochist and likes to take the pain away with physical pain.
I thought he was like gonna like when that all those flashes started. I thought he was just gonna get like angrier and angrier and then like hit it. Finally, like through his anger,
At
like
Kurt's
picturing.
head.
Well, no, like picturing like hurting his dad
Yeah.
or something, like hurting Dexter. And also, I have to say, I don't understand how that machine works. Like because he uses it one way and he can hit a couple of them, and then he's like, "Now, why don't you try like a curveball?"
Yeah.
And I don't understand. Like, does it just change like the way that
The
it's
trajectory.
thrown at you, or the
Yes.
speed, or
Yes.
yes,
Just
all of
puts
it?
a spin on it.
Oh, okay.
So it comes out
Yeah.
in a curve. It alters the trajectory of
I see.
it coming out. So, yeah, Harrison sucks at baseball. I think that's
He
what we
does.
can take from it. But I made a prediction
Which I think is accurate.
while doing that. While that scene was happening, I was like, okay, so they're setting up this to be like Kurt is teaching Harrison what will ultimately lead to his own demise.
Yeah.
I think Harrison now knows how to swing a bat,
Yeah.
taught to him by Kurt, and the way Kurt will either die or be taken down before his death will be Harrison taking that brand new technique that new dad taught him and applying it to him. So he's kind of created his own demise by
Yeah.
teaching this kid how to swing a bat.
Right.
It only makes sense to me. I know that's supposed to be like a father-son bonding thing. It's the baseball. It's the playing catch in the yard or whatever. And he's trying to win him over. So I could be completely wrong, and that could be what it is. Only that he's trying to bond with him and whatnot. But I think it's too specific, and it's a very, it's a weapon, right?
Yeah.
And he's teaching him how to use it. And I think that, now that he's tried to kill him, of course, Harrison's on to him. And Harrison and Dexter have bonded
Yes.
through this horrible tragedy and them trying to be killed, which makes sense for Dexter and his child.
Well, and I think that I hope I should say that he does kill him with the baseball bat, because I think that would make a lot of sense. And now that Dexter's kind of, he's like, I'm gonna tell you everything. I do think that Kurt's gonna be his first like lesson on like, this is how you kill someone and dispose of their body, and like this
Yes.
is the code. Like this is
Yes.
gonna be Dexter in his first real bonding moment. So it's gonna it's gonna be baseball. They're gonna take the baseball bat and be like, wanna hit some baseballs, but it's his head. It's Kurt's head.
I get it.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that Kurt will be his first lesson. I'm with you on that. And I think that Angela will she's gonna be trying to find Dexter now. I don't know. I don't know where that's gonna go, because I feel like Kurt is the only thing that could maybe get her off of Dexter's trail. Because she's very convinced right now that it's Dexter. Now Dexter could go down in this season. This could be a one-off thing here, and Dexter dies or Dexter's arrested. I don't know. I doubt it. I would like it to a degree because it's extremely unpredictable.
Sure.
I don't think anybody thinks that's going to happen. But what were you going to say?
Oh, well, I mean, like we kind of were talking about a few episodes ago of like if Harrison would be, kind of taking over the mantle of Dexter.
Yeah.
I could see like if Dexter does go down, so Dexter and Harrison kill Kurt, and then Dexter gets arrested.
Takes the blame
for him and is like, you gotta, keep the code alive or whatever. Code. Yeah, stick to the code. Mm-hmm. And then the show would go on from there.
I don't think the show would go on.
Or maybe not, maybe not literally the show would go on, but Harrison would continue doing his thing while Dexter's in prison.
Or Dexter dies and it becomes Harrison's, voice in his head as Dark Passenger. Yeah, I don't know. I think that Kurt now, because they are like, where is he going? I think Kurt could be going to try to abduct Audrey.
Yeah.
I would say Aubrey. Audrey.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think she's going to come back into this. And that Kurt's going after her now to try to hurt Harrison. Because he couldn't. And now he's going to need someone else to take it out on. Or maybe he's going to hold her hostage or hold Angela and her hostage, and then Angela's gonna get out of that, or maybe she'll get killed by Kurt and take his secret to the grave. That's definitely very likely, actually. Now that I say that, I could see that happening. I could see Kurt killing Angela after she's just about to take Dexter down. She doesn't tell anybody, and Dexter once again, just escapes the knife.
Or even, Audrey gets abducted and Dexter and Harrison, save her, and Angela's grateful for it and is like, get the fuck out of here. I thought about that,
but I don't know. Maybe because she knows that he only killed terrible people.
Right.
And she's still thinking about Iris and is like, I'm glad you killed those motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's like kind of where I would think. But I also think it's very likely and that Angela would just die. And
I think the way that it would work is if Kurt does kill Audrey, and then Dexter gets revenge on Kurt for her, and then she finds out about it and is like, good, fuck him. Yeah. And now I see why you did what you did. Like, you took out pieces of shit like this, your secret's safe with me.
Yeah, but leave this town or whatever.
Because this is her friend's child.
Yeah.
And, Kurt already killed her. And now he kills this girl. She's going to want his ass fucking beyond dead.
Yeah.
So who is she going to say, like, oh, I'm going to let you kill this guy and then I'm going to turn you in for killing other assholes like this? No fucking way. So I definitely think we're on to something. With that. Whichever way that goes, I don't know. Whether she's killed and taken out of the equation and takes her knowledge to the grave, or she, Audrey is brought into this. But that doesn't bring Audrey into it. And I definitely think she's coming into this. She's too big of a character. Yet again, where's the billionaire?
Yeah, where is he?
Is he funding all of this from behind the scenes? I think that's too elaborate and grand scheme. I think he was just a quick fucking red herring that may never come back. That would be weird to a degree, but it could just be quick and to make you think it's the killer, and it's it's not. It's Kurt, and that's that. But maybe he'll come back. But yeah, I think Audrey has to come into this somehow. She gets abducted, killed, or saved, and this is what ultimately leads to Angela not doing something about Dexter's past.
Right. Whether voluntarily or involuntarily by being dead.
And sick fucking, like, forensics coroner's reports there, not finding the puncture wounds on both of these Vic's necks.
Well, they're both drug addicts too, so I don't know. Maybe I don't know. They were just like, whatever.
Nobody drugs himself in the neck that I'm aware of.
Somebody does. Somebody
does.
Like,
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like this would end up in their report. Was it? I don't think so, because she had to go and look
she was like, let me
and
check
find
one more
it,
thing.
and then she found the puncture wound. It's like, you didn't find that bullshit.
He doesn't mention it to her, but like, I guess he could have found it.
He would have 100% put it in the medical report.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
100%.
don't they go through all the marks and everything on the body, and they just make an account of it? That's the whole point.
Well, sure, and Dexter usually wouldn't have to deal with this because he gets rid of the bodies.
Yes.
But in these two cases,
bodies are there.
Both of these people still are in existence.
Well, because he was banking on the second one not being, around.
Sure.
Too.
And her detective work is good there.
It is.
I mean, she figures it all out, and it all makes perfect sense. It didn't feel forced or anything when she puts it together. It works. So that works. The Batista line still about, what's this kid's name again? That shit was lazy. But her detective work in this makes sense.
Is good.
But that's it. I don't really have a lot more to say about this episode. I think we've made our predictions for it. I think Kurt could be running to the caves. But I think what makes more sense is he's running to try to get a foothold on this and get back in play and get an upper hand on both of them. He's going to run straight to Audrey's house. They're not going to think to go there, and Angela's not home right now currently that we know of. So we'll see. But I'm done ranting. Yeah. We talked a long time about Yellow Jackets, and we're done for the night. There wasn't a whole hell of a lot to say here, but I think I said everything. This one was pretty straightforward. Harrison is almost killed. Dexter comes in, saves the day. They have their big bonding moment, and I think they're going to be inseparable from this point on. Yes. I don't see their relationship being compromised again. I think Kurt is taken out as a father figure. I can't see Harrison being like, well, I mean, he did say he wished he was my kid, and he taught me how to swing a bat. No, not at all. It's done.
Yes.
That's done. Kurt is now on the lam, and Dexter and Harrison will hunt him as such. So, anyways, until next week, bye!